There's a widespread belief that our ideas determine the circumstances of our lives. However, a great deal of us let the outside world and other people's perspectives shape the way we think. We suffer as a result of not protecting the state of our minds, which is the same thing that gives our life color, and we are constantly tugged in different directions by the events that occur in our environment. Lessons and principles from Stoicism can help you assist in exercising caution in our thinking and in determining what ideas to accept and which to reject. So let's get right to those problems without further ado. Put yourself in the position of a sailor steering a sailboat. To aid you in navigating the ocean, you have a few tools. You can plot a path with the help of a map and compass. Your compass will steer you in that direction, and your sails will catch the wind and carry you forward. However, the wind and the waves are unpredictable, which are uncontrollable forces here. These forces have the ability to completely sink you and hurl your ship about off course if you are not prepared for them. The things in life that we can manage are represented by the rudder and sails, specifically our attitudes, convictions, deeds, and responses. The waves and the wind stand in for outside forces that are beyond our control, especially the way people act, what other people think, the climate, and other factors. You are the captain of your life, no matter what path you decide to follow. Although you have no control over every wind gust or wave, you do have power over how you respond to them and how to move the ship in the direction you desire. This is also applicable to other people's viewpoints. Although we have no control over what other people think or say, we do have control over how we react to them and maintain our commitment to the path we have chosen. Epictetus once said, "Everyone has a unique perspective on the world, a particular color or lens through which they view it. Everything we see will be tinted by this color. Someone's opinion of you is often more about their lens than about you. This is particularly true if they sense a threat or insecurity from you. It does not follow that the world is red simply because one individual believes it to be red. Maybe it's just red because they're having a rough day. On the other hand, it can be the result of unresolved trauma they have endured. Likewise, the assessment you receive from someone else may not always be true. All that exists is an interpretation of you that has been shaped by them. People are far too frequently taught who they should be, what they can't be, and who they should not be. In reality, nobody truly knows who you are. They are limited to forming judgments about you that will be greatly shaped by their personal experiences, convictions, ethics, and fears. That's why it's critical to question the assumptions that others have about you. They will often be wrong, and occasionally they'll tell us things about ourselves we would not have noticed. But we should always challenge them. This holds true for both the opinions we have about ourselves and the opinions of others about the society we live in. The term intercitadal describes the process of turning our ability to apply reason and concentrate on acting morally upright into a mental fortress that is inaccessible by the outside world and other emotional strain. If you and I adopt the Stoic philosophy as our way of life, we can build our own inner citadel. Acknowledge the universe's inherent structure, the character of the environment we live in, and adjust our goals accordingly. One way to do this would be to learn to live with change. This entails developing the self-control to resist desires that don't serve us as well as being conscious of them. Act in accordance with nature and consideration for the common good by behaving in a way that doesn't damage or exploit other people. Make sure we only rise to and embrace things that are obvious and clear by. This keeps us from making rash decisions or incorrect assumptions that we could come to regret. Using criticism as a tool rather than as a measure of your value is central to Stoic reflection. We frequently discuss how the ancient Stoics stressed the importance of remaining unaffected by the outside world and the events occurring in it. This is particularly valid when discussing how outside influences may affect our mental health. It's important to clarify that being indifferent does not mean disregarding the world around us. By no means did the Stoics encourage living in a bubble or burying our heads in the sand. Instead, the Stoics held that one should approach the outside world with integrity and make decisions based on reason, knowledge, and sound judgment. Whenever we get feedback from others or we sit down to reflect on ourselves, we can use the mirror metaphor. Assume that you are facing a full-length mirror. Occasionally, you'll catch a clear, sincere reflection of yourself in the mirror. At times, the image in front of you may be confused or blurred. Sometimes we can be too harsh or impatient with ourselves when we're having a rough day or are in a critical frame of mind. Similar to this, it's critical to recognize that others are giving their perspectives when they provide us with feedback. Your life's path is like passing through a hallway full with mirrors, each reflecting a unique image. Knowing which of these mirrors are truly reflecting you and which are merely warped is the skill of Stoic wisdom. Accept real discoveries, grow and change, but never let a distorted image define who you really are. The winds and storms of life will inevitably come our way, no matter how much we try to make things as predictable and comfortable as possible. But the teachings of Stoicism can really help us develop a philosophy of our own that shields us from adversity. Likewise, it gives us the flexibility to focus on what really matters, apply judgment to sort through the thoughts and remarks of others, and choose how we react to events in our environment, rather than letting hardship destroy our peace of mind. Thus, even though storms will surely arise in this world, you can ride out the wind and rain with the aid of the Stoics. With any luck, this gave you some ideas for handling other people's opinions. Let's catch up in the next video.